Hello, Aquarius. This month, all eyes are on you. You have a full moon in your house, so there's going to be a big climax or a big culmination in your life this month. So, if you're interested in hearing more about that, give this video a thumbs up and let's get started. So, like I said, on August 9th, you're going to have a full moon in your first house, and this will happen at 17 degrees of Aquarius. So, if you have anything around 17 degrees of Aquarius, this will be especially potent for you. But whenever you have a full moon in your first house, this is a big culmination in your life. You are seeing your whole life very clearly for what it is. And with this clarity, you can decide to either continue doing what you're doing, or it's going to be time to let some things go, to release some things from your life. So there could be certain things that have run their course at this time, and it's just time to move on. So you'll see what comes up for you this month. The other big thing for you this month is that Mars will oppose Saturn, which is your chart ruler. So you also are receiving a very intense aspect from the planet Mars, which is the planet of aggression and anger and action. So there's this stop and start type of energy that is playing out here as well. But let's go through all of the events for the month in chronological order. On first things first, on August 1st, you'll have a first quarter moon in the sign of Scorpio, which is your 10th house of career, public reputation, and status. And so this is a pretty big deal. There likely is some type of issue that you need to resolve in regards to these matters in order to move things forward in a way that is aligned with you. On August 6th, Mars will enter the sign of Libra, which for you is your ninth house of foreign travel, philosophy, higher education, and your overall world view. And so, with Mars here, it's very likely that you'll be learning a lot of new things, and these new ideas can challenge your old ideas, and that could be causing you to make some endings in your life. Then on August 9th, that's when that Mars will oppose Saturn and the full moon will occur. On August 11th, Mercury will go direct in the sign of Leo. So if you've been experiencing any Mercury retrograde symptoms, those will end at this time. And you've been experiencing that in your seventh house of relationships. So if you've been having a lot of relationship difficulties, misunderstandings, then all of that should come to a close at this time. Then August 12th is the nicest day of the month. Venus, the planet of love, money, beauty, ease, will conjunct Jupiter, the planet of luck and abundance. So this is going to be a really, really nice day. And this is happening for you in your sixth house of work, health, and daily routine. So, this can just kind of ease things over in your daily life. If you've been dealing with any health problems, you could come up with a solution, or there could be a healing that is occurring at this time, or you could have just a really, really good day. On August 16th, we'll have a third quarter moon in the sign of Taurus, which for you is your fourth house of home and family. So, a very important one for you as well. As a third quarter moon is all about reflecting and reviewing and potentially changing our ways in order to get better results. And for with and with this happening for you in your fourth house of home and family, you might be needing to really examine your living situation and make sure that everything is good there. And you might be needing to really examine how you're doing because the fourth house is about our own emotional well being. So, this could be a good time to check in for a little bit of self care. Then on August 22nd, the sun will enter the sign of Virgo, which for you is your eighth house of death, rebirth, and transformation. And so, with the sun here, this is going to be illuminating how you're doing on a psychological level. And so, with the sun coming here, it's very possible for secrets to come up. And it's very possible that you could be dealing with matters of joint finances like debt, taxes, mortgages, and insurance, or intimacy issues can be coming up at this time. You're also going to have a new moon in the sign of Virgo as well. So you'll be setting some intentions in this area of life that will be you'll be working on. Then on August 25th, Venus, that planet of love and beauty, will be moving into the sign of Leo, which is your seventh house of one on one relationships. So if you were having any relationship difficulties or misunderstandings, those can start to smooth out now with Venus coming here. And finally, at the end of the month, August 31st, you'll have a first quarter moon in the sign of Sagittarius, which for you is your 11th house of your goals, plans, and dreams for the future, as well as your friendships and your social networks. And with the first quarter moon here, this could be a time where you're needing to work through some type of challenge that could be blocking you from achieving your goals, plans, and dreams for the future. So, a very, very interesting month ahead for you, Aquarius. This was a very high level overview for you. So, if you'd like to get more from me, I highly recommend subscribing to my channel and consider joining my membership for more exclusive content and booking a private reading for personal guidance. Have a great month, and I'll talk to you very, very soon.